Welcome back everyone, I am Dymelocke for HexLocke Gaming, and this is our random class playthrough of Final Fantasy I, the Dawn of Souls version. In the last episode, we finally restored one of the 4 crystals. See over at the bottom, the Earth Crystal? Where to next? So, we have a boat. Where can we go? Only docks. There aren't a lot of docks, and I guess they don't really show up on the map either, but I do know that that southeastern continent, the southeastern part of the world that we haven't been to yet, you can access there with a boat. So away we go. Sailing around the southern portion of the continent, there's the Marsh Cave. It should be coming up on Elfheim here, right about... there it is. So yeah, Elfheim, we are headed east. So this is new. The southeastern continent. Now just to find a dock. There's gotta be one around here somewhere. Here we go. If we check the map, we can see there's a town just barely to the southwest of us. We're the sparkling light, not where the finger's pointing. That's the Elven Castle. And I believe this town is the only other place that we can possibly access right now, with just the boat. It's in the center of this lake or river thing. Crescent Lake. The town is called Crescent Lake. After a nice day at the inn, let's check armor first. I'm not sure we're going to find anything here that we need. Mithril mail. Nope, nope. Buckler, a small shield. Once again, a store of nothing but warrior equipment with the exception of the buckler. So, I'm kind of equipped a shield. That one shield. Here, everyone's favorite stores, the magic shops. Whoa, hey, look, it's a white wizard. The sprite changed for the shopkeeper. That probably means that the sprite for the black magic shopkeeper, yep, is the black wizard. So, while we're here, Thundaga looks amazing. We can afford that. We can afford a lot, actually. When did we get so much money, and how? I'm not actually too sure about that. We didn't really grind or anything. Stun, probably useless. Death, probably useless. Quake, however, very nice. Dyme might be locked out of any spells henceforth until he becomes a wizard. Even so, Thundaga's the only thing he can pick up here. White magic? Cure stone. Like the sound of that. Transports party out of dungeons. I like the sound of that. Only for wizards. Raises party's defense. Raises party's evasion. Maybe I'll pick up both these for Rogglyph and then make Dyme learn exit, since he'll have more mana handy once he's a wizard. Rogglyph is done with his white magic. The other two will have to wait until they become wizards to finish their lineup. Weapons, though? Mithril knife, no. Mithril sword? Yes please. Mithril hammer, already have one. Mithril axe, no one can use. That was easy. So the Mithril sword is actually quite a bit better than the long sword. Mithril sword is better than all of these magic swords by quite a bit. Bzz. That's the guy taking a snooze that she mentioned, I think. Her husband? Yeah, he's always traveling, but when he does get home, he just sleeps. His priorities are out of whack. Hey look! A hidden wooded area. These guys have some formation skills. So this guy actually gave us a key item, the canoe. Loving it. Now we can travel through those non-ocean waters, so rivers and lakes and the like. So that's Lucan. At the beginning they mentioned Lucan's prophecy, which is what determined that we, the 4 heroes, would come and save the world from the crystal's collapse or whatever. Lucan, I guess this is the guy that made the prophecy. These are his backup sages. It's just more detail on the plot, so the plot's not very involved, but they actually explain that the 4 fiends appear 200 years apart, and so the Fiend of Earth just appeared, and the Fiend of Fire, because we defeated the Fiend of Earth, appeared 200 years before her time, which is supposed to be 200 years from now. It looks like everything we can do in that town for now. Alright, so we got a canoe. Check this out. Can sail through some rivers. We should probably check the map to see where we're going. There are 2 caves here. There's the one just north of us, a little to the west. That's where the Fiend of Fire is. And then the yellow square further to the north, I think, is the Ice Cave, opposite Fire. Very close in proximity, though. And that is where we can find a special item, the Levistone, that people have been mentioning for a while. So while the Earth Crystal had so many activities leading up to it to get that crystal restored, from running around doing various tasks for various people, fetch quests, etc., the Fire Crystal, now that we have the canoe, can just be immediately restored. I mean, look, there it is. canoe, over, Gulug Volcano, Gulug Mountain, Mount Gulg, I guess. That's it. Get to the end of that cave and the Fiend Fire's there. Defeat her. That's another crystal down. As I mentioned before, despite Mount Gulg being accessible now and us being able to continue with the storyline immediately, I am actually postponing it for a side quest. This side quest can be undertaken at any point after you have the canoe, but the reward is well worth doing it as soon as you possibly can, in my opinion. This is Whisperwind Cove. This is not what I was looking for. Whisperwind Cove is similar to the Lifespring Grotto, or the Earthgift Shrine. Lupagami Do? Okay, this is a Lunarian, or Lufenian? Not Lunarian, that's from FF4. Lufenian, the ancient culture from the civilization that the Wind Crystal is based around. More on that later. The cave that you can see there, to a bit to the southwest of me, in the lower left corner of the screen, that's the cave we're headed towards. Oops. To tell you the truth, pretty glad it's off land, because I need to stay in a cottage. The Cavern of Ice. Best thing about this cave has got to be the music. It plays the Notorious Cave song the whole time. Doesn't even feel like a real dungeon when you've got jamming tunes. No ominous foreboding, just chill. That pun was not intended. I apologize. Gotta say, I don't really remember the layout of this dungeon too well. Alright, it's just a big loop, so I guess down the stairs is the only way to go. And now up other stairs. Sadly, the cracks in the floor prevent us from getting to the Levystone easily. And clothes? That's not worthwhile. Anyway, for now, let's just snag these chests. Flame Sword. Whew. I remember you have to fall down into that center area, blocked off by the cracked floors, to get to the Levystone. But to do that, we may have to take a tumble first. Spikes to the left, spikes to the south, spikes to the right. Ow, ow, ow. That wasn't too bad. Nothing over here, so maybe not too bad, but not worth it at all. I see two paths there, so let's head left. Okay, trap spot, but worth it. Ice armor. No trap spot there. It's with gloves. Okay, ow. Back to traversing deadly spikes. More diverging paths. Okay, I like the looks of this. Money. More money. More money. Wow. Ooh, okay. That way was just a staircase, so we're headed back to some spikes. Ouch, 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 ouch. Nothing there either. What am I doing? Taking pointless damage. Whew. Okay. This looks promising? Nether. Okay, so to access that treasure chest, we need to loop around. Trap spot? No trap for 10,000 gil. Ice shield, sleeping bag, 9,500 gil. And I believe that this cracked floor is the one we need. And I say that because that staircase right there, if I remember correctly, just takes you back to the entrance of the dungeon. So when you walk back in, you're actually at the start. It can be a big pain in the butt for new players who think, before I jump down this random cracked floor, why would I do that? I'm gonna take the staircase. Oh, what? I'm outside the dungeon again? And then they think maybe that's all there was. But let's not forget about the Levystone. So I think it's actually guarded by a boss, or mini-boss might be more apt. Yeah, no boss music. Okay, Merrick, he's fully buffed for next round. And we're protected for no apparent reason. I'm not sure it'll matter. Let's have everyone attack. That's how fun this will be. Oh, wow. I highly overestimated that foe. We got the nod, though. The plot nod. And we obtained a Levystone. Alright, so the best way to get out of this dungeon now, because we don't have teleport or warp yet, is just to fall down. And intentionally go up the staircase I mentioned earlier. Yep, back to the entrance. Nice and easy. We have the Levystone now. So that was the difficult part. Now for the fun part of the side quest, back to our boat. Our real boat. Not this little canoe. Not that we don't appreciate the canoe, of course. It's doing plenty of work for us. From canoe onto boat. Yeah, so to the southwest of our location right now, there's a desert-looking area. Just due south as the crow flies from Crescent Lake. That desert is where we need to bring the Levystone. As a matter of fact, this river, yeah, here it is. Enter cutscene at the Ryukon Desert. Ryukon? Ryukon? You obtained an airship. Simple as that. So, not sure how many airships exist in this world, if this is the only one, but it's a pretty big deal that we just got it for free. Unless you consider our trials and tribulations worthy payment. The world is our oyster, even more so than before when we had the boat. So the first thing to do with the airship, and the reason that we picked it up at this point specifically, is go to these caves on these islands. See, there's a series of caves across all these islands. Might be worth checking out them all, but we really just need to find the one with a certain dragon. There are dragons in all of them, but the certain dragon is the one we're after. Hey dragon, only the truly brave can obtain a token of their courage. Don't forget about all this skill. It was an age where man and dragon lived together. That's it. This cave is just one dragon, chilling by himself. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so you can't land on the marshy earth? Nice that there's one spot at least that we can. Wait, Hellfire Chasm. Elves who would be king once proved their worth by seeking out treasure deep within. Now it is sealed off to all, it seems. The statue radiates a searing heat. So this is the final of the 4 post-game, cavern dungeons that we've found so far. More dragon caves. Fewer valiant warriors, you should speak with Bahamut, our king. The dragons of the Cardian Islands have no love of senseless killing, so I guess that's where we are, the Cardian Islands. We spoke with the King Bahamut. The Dragon King confers a great honor upon the brave. That's what we're really after. It is customary for a dragon to venture northeast to the Citadel of Trials. There he must test his mettle by claiming a token of courage from within. The form the token of courage takes changes with the times. Do not let its appearance deceive you. So we were already swimming in the Gale before the Ice Cave, and now the Dragon Caves. I don't know if we're gonna have any problems for a while. Hey, the Dragon Cave is B2. This must be it. Bahamut? Wow, a lot of ceremony around this. Mind your tongue. There he is. I'm the Dragon King Bahamut. I confer honor upon those whose strength and courage are true. Return to me with the token of your courage. And we heard from the other dragons that that's at the Citadel of Trials is where we'd undertake that specific trial. Pretty aptly named. A dry ether, which is just a better ether, and a gold needle. Those are sundries I can appreciate. And with that, we're off to the Citadel of Trials. To the northeast somewhere. Well, this looks like a citadel, and it's to the northeast. I'm gonna say that's what we're after. Can I land here? No, I believe this might be one of the more troubling areas of the game that you can only get to by parking pretty far away and walking there. Yep, this is the only spot we can land remotely close to the Citadel of Trials, so from here, we walk. Alright, Dime died, but we made it. Okay, we are cottaged up, saved up, time to enter the Citadel of Trials. And it plays this, again, creepy remix of the castle music. Your fortitude cannot be questioned, indeed not. Very well, I shall grant you the right to undergo the trials. Go now, sit upon the throne. Your courage will be put to the test. If true courage dwells within you, you will find proof of it here. And he disappears, like that. We get the plot nod. That's pretty neat. I'm not actually positive that you ever have to do this, though. I mean, it would be incredibly difficult to complete the game without, but I'm not sure it's actually required. Whoa, we just teleported. Okay. So, it's really a puzzle. Not like a combat trial. Like like a puzzle trial. Oops. Okay, so as you can see, if you mess up, you're back to the start. One of these warp mazes. Closer? Also correct. I'm getting lucky with these gambles. Alright, and there are enemies. No, gauntlets. Don't necessarily can't use those. Let's go the long way. Let's go for it. We walked the... Sure? No, that took us back. Okay, so I guess let's try the second furthest away this time, which would be this one, actually. Looks good. Citadel of Trials, 3rd floor. This chest? Healing staff. That actually might be a pretty useful item, if I remember correctly. Sort? Healing staff? Yeah, when you use it in battle, it casts heal. So anybody can become a mediocre secondary healer, or tertiary, since we have Dyme. Steel gloves, don't care. Ice brand, pretty cool. Ruby armlet. That actually sounds like it could be phenomenal. I'll put them on Merrick. He's been dying a lot, so... Cool. Onward to the next set of treasure chests, apparently. And just a lot more money. And a cottage, I can appreciate that. Oh. Well, this... Plot nod. There we go. Rat's tail. Uh-oh, wait. A dragon zombie guarding the exit. Hopefully this guy is a pushover. I think he will be. Anyway, so you find the rat's tail and you're thinking, this sounds useless. What the heck is this? But remember, the dragon said that the symbol of courage appears different to different people. Don't be thrown off by what it appears as, which in our case is a rat's tail. Dragon Caves B1. Through the door, Dragon Caves B2. The moment you've all been waiting for, or at least me. Long has it been since men of courage stood before me, your bravery would seem worthy of consideration. The rat's tail you carry is a fitting token of courage and strength. So be it. I shall honor you with titles befitting your valor. And his magical dragon powers grant us our class change! And new sprites to boot. Probably the best part of the class change. Nah, not really. But, can't complain. Dyme's got this gold trim and silver lining. Merrick has a coat now? Still open, but it's a coat. Hexen rocking the new and improved jacket instead of just a robe, I guess. And Roglef's got the hood down. So, you know, I guess we're ready for anything. So the first thing to do with our new classes is head back to Melmond, around here somewhere. Where are you at? There it is. Never thought we'd need to be back here, but they did still a couple spells that we couldn't learn. Woo! Second person to revive. And teleport for Hexen. Also can't forget Crescent Lake, our most recent town visit, which sold quite a few spells that the mages couldn't learn. Okay, we don't have exit on Roglef because we were waiting to throw it on Dyme. Yeah, he needs to learn Thundaga. In case he has a damage spell. And, for his third trick, Proteora. That's that. We are all caught up on magic. Quick stop at the inn, and quick stop at the sundry shop. Yeah, now that we've got Gil plenty, this is really not a problem. Feels good to have cash for once. Here we go. It is finally time. Mount Golg, home of the Fire Crystal. Obviously, the main concern here is the lava floors. It hurts a lot to walk through them. There's nothing in this floor. No treasure. Just did a lot of damage for no reason. Was it a lot, though? Actually, it wasn't. Gotta say, I remembered that hurting a lot more than it actually does. That's good for us. You know what I should really do is equip Dyme with his Ice Brand that we found in the Ice Cave. Ice Brand, more attack, more accuracy. Some of the enemies here are probably weak to ice because it's a fire cavern, so the Ice Brand will be excellent to have for that. Yet another reason it pays off to do that side quest before you come here. Okay, this is a massive treasure room. Honestly, just a lot of equipment we can't use. Okay, Mount Golg, B3. Okay, that floor was straightforward and painful. Well, there's a staircase. Is it the right one? Actually, yes. B3. Oh. Progression. Okay, big treasure room, big money. And a flame shield. Another ice brand. Ooh. Okay, so even if you didn't go to the ice cave first, at this point, you'd be like, oh wow, this item's gonna be sweet. So useful. Fortunately, still can't use any of the, wait. Ooh, I can use the gloves that are mithril. Or gauntlets? They are identical, except gauntlets have an additional purpose. For that reason, I'm going to equip the gauntlets. May as well have free Thundaras on hand. Ah, that pun was not intended either. B5, here we go. This looks final, or penultimate, perhaps? Let's try south first. Absolutely nothing. Southeast. An empty chest. Interesting. Time to go east. Another empty treasure chest. Ah, northeast, following the pattern. Due north, nothing. Northwest, though. Whew. This floor is just a big waste of time. But to the west, we have a treasure chest that was clearly booby-trapped. Flame mail. Can I possibly equip that? Nope. Last but not least, southwest. I need something. Whoa! Here we go. I think I mentioned earlier the dungeons in this game really don't come across as too bad. This is a perfect example of a reasonable dungeon. Not to mention everything leading up to it. So you are the ones who defeated the Fiend of Earth and roused Merilith from her slumber. Are you not Merilith? That would be a waste of time. No, it's Merilith. The power of the burning flame is mine and mine alone. Those who oppose me shall burn in hellfire. We'll see about that. Okay, dropping No Blaze first seems like a good idea. And let's drop Protect on everybody for the first time. In a boss fight, I should say. Ow, so that doesn't happen. 20 hits. 300 damage. I like it. Alright, we're getting pretty buffed up. That did not seem to do any less damage than when he wasn't protected. A little bit confused about that one. Only 132 damage. He wasn't tempered yet. That's true. But 815. Those are the numbers you like to see from a character that can only do one thing, and that's attack. But he does it well. Good going, Merilith. That was surprisingly easy. She didn't even cast a single spell. I guess she found a way to put all those swords she was carrying to good use. Victory pose! And of course the Hellfire Chasm cutscene. This time, instead of a poor dwarf getting freaked out by a stone disappearing, it's an elf. Not sure what he was doing in there to begin with, but his business, not mine. And the beloved warp pad takes us right out. That's that. Look at this menu. That will be a good spot to stop for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Dymelocke for HexLocke Gaming, and tune in next time to watch us at least release the water crystal, if not more.